Curry deciding where to go with it. Adebayo with the bucket.
Well, you want to stop Steph in the two-man game, but he's so smart. He'll get others involved.
Pass to Hamilton. Five to shoot. And Stewart gets it to go.
And have to be aware of Stewart inside. So good at attacking opponents' weak spots.
Here's Chicago. Pulls up on the elbow. And he hits the jumper for two.
Yeah, nice work there. Found the spot he wanted, pulled up, and just fired away.
So, GA, when you think about Steph Curry's legacy, he changed the way the NBA game is played.
Man, it is hard to find a player who's had the impact of a Steph Curry, making us rethink what is possible. Curry's endless range has really inspired a generation.
Now, here's Fox. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation.
The ball goes to Chicago.
Curry with it. Outside Leonard. He takes it in. Count that one.
That's what this coaching staff has encouraged Leonard to do. They want him in attack mode.
And Adebayo throws it down.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Over to the wing. Outside for Curry. Back to Adebayo. Doncic outside. Over Fox. And the Bulls tack on two more.
And once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
Pass to Stewart. Here's Hamilton. A three off the mark.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Now here's Curry. Scored the basket, his second of two attempts.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
Pass to Stewart. Here's Adebayo. Green taking his time here. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. And Stewart gets it to go.
Stewart's offensive prowess allowing her to nail that jumper there. I could watch her shoot all day.
The kick out to Collison. Here's Leonard. It's deflected.
And that block was all about timing, making sure he didn't foul while also protecting the rim.
Countless hours in the gym have enabled Stewart to have that great jumper. What a hard worker.
It's hauled in by Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good luck. Just couldn't find the mark.
Now Green hasn't made one yet. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
First personal foul.
No good on that one.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe.
And not what we're accustomed to seeing from him at all from the free throw line.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. In Chicago, they're up by one. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Chicago?
Well, you know, the analytics guys would tell you a team shouldn't be taking this many mid-range shots, but clearly they're shooting them with confidence.
And the other thing I've been impressed with, guys, is their assertiveness at attacking the paint, trying to hunt for those high percentage looks.
Out to Marion. Here's Collison. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Chicago leading. Here's Lewis. Good on the bucket.
Just taking advantage of his body. Lewis absorbing the blow before finishing that one.
Pass to Stewart. For the three. And again, Oklahoma City. No good. Nash with it. And it's Marion picking him up. Here's Stoudemire. Rejected by Collison.
Well, that's one way to avoid getting posterized. Stand tall and protect the rim.
Chicago leading by 3. And here's Leonard from 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Leonard's got 5.
You set him up more often than not. Leonard will knock him down.
And here's Holiday. Still yet to score.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Leonard on the wing. Hamilton with some nice D. Oklahoma City trails by 4. And it's a Flalo penetrating. Green, the screen. Shoots the 3. Good on the triple. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And great offensive instincts from Green. Goes into the shot the moment he catches the ball.
Here's Leonard. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Rip Hamilton picks that one up. Bulls shooting their first free throws of the game.
At the line for the Bulls.
Known for his incredible defense, Leonard's huge hands and timing really helped make an impact on that end.
Well, you see why teams try to avoid fouling him. You're basically giving away points.
And Oklahoma City making a change here.
In for Oklahoma City.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Green, the screen. Driving inside. And Green slams it in.
And I love the physicality Draymond puts behind this drive. Get in his way at your own risk.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And it's Fox with the ball for Oklahoma City. They trail by 3. It's stolen by Stoudemire. In the corner, Powell with it. And the 3 off target. Hamilton with it. Now defended by Powell. Hamilton outside. Count the basket. Hamilton's got his first basket.
And so cunning on the drive. Hamilton sees an opening and just slashes in there.
Pass to Leonard. And it's blocked.
And we saw he was ready to swat that one away in very good position.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played, that puts them in the lead. Marion's got the lead up to 1 now for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, instinctively, too. Fox there looking to be a ball mover, a facilitator.
And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Oklahoma City. Substitution on the court.
Stewart a screen. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Thunder lead by 1. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, The second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And the Thunder with possession. It's a one-point game. Fox with it. Leonard picks him up. Here's Marion. Here's Hamilton. That's good, and it's Marion with the assist. Hamilton's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Thunder. Here's Curry. Outside, Adebayo. Here's Collison, and stolen by Hamilton. Marion outside. Pass to Hamilton. Stewart a screen. There's the three. Connects from three-point range. Now it's a 6-point Thunder lead.
Can't fall asleep guarding Stewart from downtown. She has range that you simply have to respect.
Curry outside. It's hauled in by Adams.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Back to Mary. 6 to shoot. Left side, Adams. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Chicago calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for...
Like I said. Like I said.
The legend of the Phoenix all ends with beginnings. What keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning.